crafty friends, it's Sheree. How's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel, Turquoise Dreaming. I'm so glad you're here. Come on into my craft room and craft with me today. I want to show you something. If you saw that pretty little picture that with all these file folders spread out, that's what I want to show you. And I had a thought. I kind of had an itch I need to scratch. And that is I want to make some file folders like this out of file folder, manila file folder. And I don't know why I've never done that, but I always make them out of pretty paper. We all like our pretty paper. So I just wanted to show you, if you've never made file folders before, some that I have made. I make these with my envelope punch board, and I'm going to show you a way to possibly make them without an envelope punch board too. And also, you can always get a template, like look for a free template on, I know when I first started junk journaling and making ephemera and things like that, I found them on, I don't use them anymore, but if I remember right, I found them on Pinterest. I just free template for whatever you're looking for. And then you can just put it on your paper, kind of draw around it with pencil or whatever, something that's not going to show or that you're going to be end up cutting off. And you have your shape that way. But these I make out of single-sided paper, double-sided paper, single-sided, cardstock scrapbook paper, and double-sided scrapbook paper. So like these right here are double-sided scrapbook paper, these first few. And, some are, I don't have any rhyme or reason for why I made them the way I did. Except like on this one, I would imagine that I did it because I wanted the pretty kind of pattern on the outside and the plainer paper on the inside. And it could be written on too, like this one too. It's got this solid color inside. Here's the outside. So some are like that. This is also double-sided, has the light color inside. Because I can either put these in, I can decorate them. I can not decorate them, put them in a pocket for the person that gets my journal to do what they want with, put it in a pocket, they do whatever, they decorate it, they glue it down somewhere, whatever they want to do. You can glue the sides together and have a pocket there. You could glue it down just 3 sides and have a pocket behind it, pocket inside. There's just a lot of things you can do with little file folders like this or any size, little file folder that you want to make. So these are all, I'm just going to kind of sift through here and show you all the different patterns I have in my stash. I think this is all that I have in my stash. There's quite a few. And it's not like I need any. I just need to make any right now. Here's a plain one. This is just scrapbook paper, plain. It was, solid color on this side and white on the inside. But great for a journaling spot, right? If you wanted it to be a journaling spot. Or, all of the above, pockets, tuck spots, etc. So these are all still paper. I'm trying to see if I have any cardstock ones in this pile, because these I've had on hand for a bit. So those are all paper. And then this morning, before work, I made, let's see, where's the ones I made this morning? Hello, where are you? I don't see them. That is weird. Okay, just 1 second. Let me see if I can find them. Okay, I know what I did. I didn't make any out of colored cardstock yet, like pattern cardstock, like this, single-sided or double-sided. But what I did was pull out all my scraps that would be big enough to make a, one of these file folders with. So what I did was take the ones I already had made, because I haven't made one in a while. I had quite a few made, and I haven't needed to make them in a while. But I just took it and went through my scrap box and went like this. Is this big enough? It is just about big enough, or whatever, This is just a hair over. So that can always be, it doesn't have to be this exact size paper, but pretty close to it. So it's pretty close. Anyway, I pulled out all of these. You see these are double-sided. This is single-sided. Single-sided. Pretty papers. Single-sided, single-sided. So, double-sided. And so, and then I pulled out some that were not cut to this. Like this was in my scrap box just like this. I didn't cut these down or anything. And then these were in there as this size, like the 4-inch cut off. When you use a 12 by 12, you need to cut off the bottom for a journal. This is what these are from. And so this is, you can see, double-sided. I think this might be Tim Holtz. And then this one and this one, single-sided. This was double-sided. But this is light enough to write on. I mean, it doesn't have to be light enough to write on either. Like this is double-sided, and either one of these are light enough to write on. So you just use it as you wish, as a little file folder, pocket, or as or you can add, you know, paper inside to write on. So just whatever you want to do. But my thought was, just thought they would be so cute. Little file folders, like here's your normal, you know, letter size type file folder. And I thought, wouldn't they be cute to make some little tiny ones? So that's what I did this morning before work. I kind of experimented. And I forgot to bring in my corner rounder in here. I'm going to have to go grab that. See, this paper was a little bit more narrow, but I still used it. Can you see? Like, see how narrow it is? What I did was cut a file folder in 3 pieces and measured. I wanted to, these are 4 inches. I'm going to tell you the measurement in a second, but these are 4 inches wide. And so I cut 2 4-inch pieces, and I think I had used or cut, it was a scrap of a file folder, so I was able to get 2 4-inch strips, and then this was the 3rd strip, so I just made a little one. And on this one I had a little fun. I thought, let me see if I can make it look like a real file folder, you know, with some of the score marks here. Like on this side has score marks, this side doesn't. So that's what I did. I made score marks on both sides of this one. If you can possibly see that in the camera. Maybe you can. I don't know. I hope so. But I thought that would be cute to even have some score marks. I just was kind of experimenting. I don't plan on making score marks in every one. But here's the other ones like I showed you that I finished. So basically, I'm going to tell you on these, since this is my template. These are my template, and these are all pretty much the same size. So like I said, they're all little pieces of paper or cardstock that are 4 inches wide. And I like that size. You can see it's a nice little size. You can make them any size you want though, but that's what size I like to make for these little ones. And then for the piece of paper, the top to bottom, including the tab on this is 6 inches. Okay, and not including the tab. Let's take that measurement. That is a little over, it's almost 5 3/4. It's actually 2 notches. Here's 5 3/4. It's 2 notches below that, just for informational purposes. Okay, I'm going to go grab my corner rounder because that's a big part of making these. I always round the corners, of course. So just 1 second, I'll be right back. Yeah, here it is. I brought it to work, you know, because I craft on my lunch break, but I was finishing up. This is, I made a lot of, I finished up that paper pad that was like, what was it, 8 by 5 or something like that, and made what I'm calling my postalettes. So I made them, I folded them all in the last couple of craft sessions I had on my lunch break, and then today I started rounding the corners because the day I was folding them I had forgot my corner rounder. So today I brought my corner rounder and finished up all of these. Super cute. This one's white. These are one-sided. There's actually a white one in there. It's supposed to look like, it kind of looks like as if someone covered it with gesso. One of these is white. So I'm thinking of painting that one. So we might do that together. I don't know if I'll kind of roll it like a jelly plate, or I'll just swatch some paint on there. I don't know. Probably jelly roll. So if I can get that together, we'll do that together and see how that comes out. That would be fun, right? So I'm just showing you how cute these are. Here's one that had, and I'm not worrying about if I fold it up and it's upside down. I'm not worrying about that. It is what it is, because the postalettes are actually like that too. If you have any, notice if they have a directional pattern or picture on them, you'll see that the back is upside down. And then what it is you open it up and you see the picture, you know, the way it is. So, you know, upright when you open it up, and that's how my postalettes are anyway. Look at this one. I love the painted ones. This one would look like ledger paper. Oops, sorry. Very cool. And that's the last one. So I had fun rounding those corners today. I didn't get a lot done today because I didn't, I went for a walk. It was 70 degrees today. Got up to, or 70 degrees or so. And so I went for a walk. We have a shopping center right near us, and there's one strip of stores I like to walk up and down. It's a very long strip of stores. It's a bunch of stores. If you know those shopping centers that they have these days with, a strip here, a little square here, another little block here, and one of those big shopping centers with just stores everywhere and parking lots in between. Anyway, but there's one strip that's really long that I walk up and down a few times. And today I did that on my lunch break because it was so nice and warm and I wanted to soak up some sun and get some exercise. And then I came back and I had 10 minutes left. And I was like, nope, I'm not going back to work yet. I'm taking my 10 minutes. And I rounded all those corners in 10 minutes. That was some fast corner rounding. But, okay, so here's one already cut. I just want to show you how I cut them. First, I know it's basic. And you may or may not need to know how you cut them. But I'm going to show you anyway, whether you need it or not. So, so this is a file folder. I recycled. I guess I'm going to need to take a little drink here. I don't really cough all day, but I don't really talk at work. I'm at my computer working all day, Or I was out walking. I still wasn't talking to anyone. I'm cutting a little fold off here. But yeah, I recycle these from work. And then when I start talking on my, on the video, I start getting a little... like I haven't talked all day. It's not because I haven't talked all day. It's because I'm still, I guess, a little. That's when it brings out that I'm still recovering from that cold I had. But okay, so like I said, regular file folder. Now I've got two pieces. There was a little piece here that I cut off. It had some of the label that was left on the tab that was on here. It had some of that white paper on here, so I just cut that off. But so I have the thing I pay attention to is these are plenty long enough this way. So if you want to measure, you can kind of figure out how many you're going to get. So it's not quite, this piece is not quite 12 inches long, so that means I'm going to have, again, the two 4-inch width pieces. And I like the 4-inch. I'm going to go ahead and cut the 4-inch in this one too. I guess that's the typical, 8.5 by 11. They're like 11.5 inches wide this way, so they can encompass your 8.5 by 11 paper, right? But not be too big. And fit inside your file cabinets that are made for letter size, and file storage containers that are made for 8.5 by or letter size file folders, right? They have to make these things correctly. So anyway, let's go ahead and cut our 4-inch marks. And so this morning I just used my little template here, and I went like this, and I kind of just cut my strips. So you can use, if you have a little 4-inch piece of paper you want to make a template out of, you can do the same thing, or you can make little marks on your whatever you're cutting. You don't have to use manila folder like I am. You can use whatever paper or cardstock you want. But I'm just doing this because I've been itching just to make kind of like miniature file folders out of file folders like this. I just thought, I always use my colored paper, my pretty paper, and I like, if you do this kind of thing where you do paper crafting, you know how we like office supply, so it's like a miniature office supply. So cute, right? So this one's pretty thin, but I'll still make it into a file folder. So here's 3 pieces. Next I need to get my length. So I don't think I can cut all 3 of these at one time, so let me just do one at a time. So then I just went like this. Again, so don't forget, if you do a template, to make it all the way up to your tab. And I gave you that measurement already. And so there it is. If you can see my paper cutter, I've got my tab right there. And then I kind of pull this off to make sure I don't cut that, you know what I mean? So here is one piece. Now I should have pulled it up a little bit because I have the score marks from the original folder. Oops, didn't mean to do that, but I'm going to keep it. And I've got my little scraps like this over here to make something with, so I'll deal with those later. So let's cut another one. Okay, let me cut my little score marks off of this one. That's what I meant to do, but I didn't do it on that first one. Okay, so there, no score marks on that. Let's see, I've got this little piece here. So we're taking it right from scratch, making these from the very start. Cutting and everything. So there's 3, or there's 2, there's 1. I got to cut the length now. Here's 2. I'm going to see if I can cut 2 at one time. And these are 2 different widths, but I think I can still manage here. And this is the top of the folder that has a little kind of divot there. So I'm going to cut that off and use the bottom that's even and cut this whole top part off here. These will be my scraps that I'll use later. Okay, so let me get this all lined up. Pull that out. This one is not, I need to scoot this over to get it against the, okay, I should have done that differently. Let's rethink that a little bit, realign. I had it aligned to this side and I need to push it up against my little stop here on my paper cutter so that I get a straight line, you know what I mean? And so, what do they say in paper cutting? They should say not measure, you know how they say when you're kind of in construction, measure twice, cut once. In paper cutting, they should say measure 5 times and then cut once. Right? That's what I do. Measure 5 times and cut once. Even though I'm not technically measuring. Okay, my scraps are going over here, my little scrap pile. Now I've got 2 more pieces. And I would like to go ahead and cut up this one too. So let's measure. I don't know how many we'll make today, but just get the cutting done here. So how did I do that? Oh, I did it this way. I wish this is my new paper cutter, right? And I'm thinking the one I used to have, this would stay up. Like you could stay up and then line up your paper. But this one, this new one, it doesn't stay up. And there's nothing like to prop it up or anything. So you kind of have to hold it up and then, I don't know. I have my other one here. I'll have to get it out and see if it stayed up or was it the same as this. I still have my old one. I never got rid of it or threw it out because I could use it. It's just that part of it's broken, so it's kind of, a little, more difficult to use. But I still could use it. So I never got rid of it. I'm going to have to get that out and see if that part stayed up because I feel like it maybe did. But I could be wrong because I haven't used it in a long time. I got rid of, I have a Cricut but it was used and it was given to me in a Cricut, I think it came with it, a Cricut paper cutter, but it didn't work very well and I didn't want to buy a new, I didn't want to put any money into buying a new blade or whatever because I really don't like that kind of blade. It's the kind of blade with the little blade that sticks down and kind of, if you're not careful, it can rip your paper. The roller blade doesn't rip your paper. It rolls along it smoothly, so it can never really rip your paper. That's one of the many reasons I like the roller blade type paper cutter. But anyway, so I got rid of it because it wasn't cutting well. And then someone gave me one, probably for the same reason, a Cricut paper cutter. They probably gave it to me because it wasn't working well for them, and they thought I might want to have it and invest in a new blade to use it, but I did not because it was, I tried to use it, but it was just, yeah, it was kind of frustrating. So I donated those two, and someone else can get a new blade if they would like to. But I decided, I found it such a good deal on this. It wasn't, you know, it would have, what I would have invested in one or two blades pretty much paid for this, would have paid for this. So, all right, one more piece of paper. Hopefully I'm cutting these right. I'm talking an awful lot, but I'm trying to pay attention at the same time. Let's me measure 5 times and then cut, like I said. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's a little scraps there. Okay, here's all my pieces. So I'm going to show you, let's make one with my envelope punch board. And then we'll make one. So, like I said, 3 ways to make it that I'm going to talk about today and show you. Except I'm not going to show you the one with a template because I don't have a template, but I'm sure that you could find one for free on Pinterest or online. Okay, so you can see this one. You can make your tab here or here. Maybe we'll do both. You can make it in the middle too, but I'm not going to do one in the middle. I like them either here or here. So I'll make two with tabs first. So all you do, you have your little rectangle now. And this is how I do it anyway. I'm sure there's more than one way to even do it with the envelope punch board. But this tab's going to be on this side. So you put you line it up here, right in the middle of your little opening here that you have on the envelope punch board. I've had this since I first started paper crafting, so 10 years, about 10 years I would say. I don't know what month, 2015, and I don't know what month, but anyway, sometime, it's about 10 years since I've been paper crafting. Now, and not since I've been paper crafting, but making journals and ephemera for journals. So then when I did that little punch there, then I bring it over and put my other side, my other little point on the 2. There's like a 2-inch mark right there. So just put that on your 2. I don't like the tabs to be too small. I think that's just like a good size little tab for this size file folder. So on the 2, punch. Okay. And then I just take my scissors, and you can use your paper cutter, but it's not really necessary. I just try to line it up. Hopefully on video I can do it. Sometimes I can do it and sometimes I can't. But line it up. Try to line it up straight and just cut right over to your tab right there. See how I just cut that little piece off that was right there? So you can see it's shaping up into a file folder. And then you can go ahead and fold it in half. And you can score it here if you're worried about it not folding well. But I didn't find that necessary this morning when I did it. I found that they folded fine, these file folders. These are from work, like I said. So if you use a Dollar Tree file folders, I think they might even be thinner than these. I think I have used Dollar Tree file folders before, and I think they're a little thinner. So, but then I just used my little bone folder. This is the one that comes with that paper, this envelope punch board. It comes with this. It goes right. Oh, this is not the one that comes with this one. Hold on. Oh, I think this one came with my scoreboard. Here's the one that comes with this one. And this has a corner rounder too. Oh, I've been using this. I'm so used to using this, I always forget about the corner rounder in the envelope punch board. Plus this catches my crumbs and that doesn't. But we'll try to use it today. Okay, so there we go. We folded it nicely. It's all nice and folded. It didn't crack or anything. We got a nice fold. And then I just go ahead and round the corners. There's no sense in rounding this corner even before you cut it because it, I needed to fold it the other way to have it on this side, but I ended up folding it this way, so my little tab ended up being over here. But you cut this off when you make your cut for the tab, so no sense in rounding that corner. So here's the, let's try out, since I didn't use it this morning, Let's see if this all fits in here in my envelope punch board corner rounder. And that you just put, it's right here behind, underneath this, and you just, it makes nice rounded corners too. So we will just use that since we're using the envelope punch board today. Okay, and there you go. One file folder done. Okay, we'll do one more. Let's do this one that was the thinner piece, and something doesn't look straight here. Let me see. Yeah, this is not straight. Measure 5 times, cut twice on that one. Okay, so let's do it the other way. Like this one, that one we did this way, I think. Yeah, no, we did this way. So this one we'll do this way, just to show you. Well, you can do it either way. So this is going in the center of your little opening, and it makes that nice little punch like that. And then again at the 2 inches, you can actually turn it over and do it this way. 2 inches, so that you have a nice straight line to line up. 2 inches on the 2. Okay. Oh, that's smaller. Huh. Okay, we'll go with it. It's a smaller file folder, so we're going to go with it. If you want them smaller, this is what it looks like. But we want it on this side this time, so I'm going to turn it over and fold it this way. But first I'm going to cut off my extra. I still could, yeah, I think I will, because that's kind of small. Let's do this. You can fix it. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to cut off this one that's too small. I mean, it can be that small, but I really don't like it that small. Okay, so we'll cut that off. And then we want our tab on the other side, so just turn it over and fold it the other way. But if you have pattern paper where you want a certain pattern on the outside and on the inside, just you have to be careful and punch it the way you want it and pay attention and not be talking on a video. So let's round our corners before we fold it. It's kind of either or. It doesn't matter which way you do it when you punch your corners. This might be easier to do it before you fold it. Okay, and then, so I'm trying to remember, this one's over here and we're making this one over here. So fold it up even. See, it's a little bit smaller, but you used that last third piece and, you know, didn't put that in your scrap box. So let's see, bone folder. And there you go, another one done. Cute little miniature file folders. So the other way, so we made these the full length with tab. I'm not going to cut them smaller, just to demonstrate how to do it without the envelope punch board. I'm just going to go ahead and fold. Let's round our corners. I'll go ahead and use envelope. This, I like the corner, the bigger corner, and this other one makes smaller corners right now. The bigger one's not working. I mean, it's working, but it's a little difficult, so it's being difficult right now. So I'll just use this one to get the bigger corner. And oh yeah, we're going to round all the corners on this one because we're not using the envelope punch board to. So just round your corners however you round your corners if you want round corners, and you don't have to have round corners. I'm just going to fold this in half. This is the third way. So one way was envelope punch board. One way was to find a template and free template, draw around it, cut it out. And then this way is to use little tabs. Any kind of little tabs you can make if you have a tab punch, if you have a template that you can make tabs with, or maybe you buy tabs or have found some type of tabs at the thrift store. You can just fold it in half with your little rectangle and add a tab onto it. And that's pretty adorable too, I would say. We'll go ahead and add this on here. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Why not? This is a little whale tail tab. This other one is just a little kind of, that kind of tab. Kind of a little rectangle. But I got these tabs on Temu. And you can make whale tail tabs, of course, without any kind of punch. And there's lots of, I've never done a video on it, but there's lots of videos showing you how to do that with a little, well, you can do them with a little circle punch, or you can just cut out your little piece that makes it into a whale tail punch. Okay, so I'm going to put this, I really like them on one or the other side. So I'm going to put this on the side, right where I put the glue. And there I go. A little whale tail punch. Punched out tab. Look, it even has the has the branding on the back, so it looks like a real file folder. That's funny. And then, okay, here's two that we made with the envelope punch board, and we'll make one more with this tab to see how this one looks. So any little tab you have, but there's all my little. See, using the envelope punch board, you've got to deal with all your little crumbs, because they just come out underneath and lay on the table. And that this one has a little plastic thing on the bottom that catches all your, and then you empty it once in a while. See, they all stay in there, as long as you don't drop it on the floor, like I did one time. Drop it on the floor and that little piece came off, and you have little pieces everywhere. Then you get the vacuum out. Okay, we're not punching this, we are making rounded corners. I'm doing this after work, guys. My husband's sick, so we're not watching TV tonight. My husband's sick. He didn't get it from me. I've been well for a long time. Really, my germs have been uncontagious, non-contagious for quite a while now, and probably haven't really had any germs. So he didn't get it from me. He thinks he got it from a guy he did a job for. Okay, we're going to fold this all the way up again. I want to see what it looks like with this little punch too. Yeah, so, but yeah, he's sick, so we're not watching TV tonight. So that means I get more crafty time. Crafty time. And I had started on this morning and wasn't planning on doing a video. I thought he might be better by tonight, but he is not. He is not better. So I'm doing a video on something I've been wanting to do for quite a while. So I just make these little tabs out of anything and everything, scraps. You know, just, this is, I don't know what this is. It's from a magazine or something. I don't know. It's shiny, like a magazine. So anyway, let's see what it looks like on here. Fun. Sometimes I'll put these in, I think I put some in a journal recently or an upcoming journal. I'm not sure which ones I put them in, but sometimes I'll put them in the goodie pack. These little, that is super cute. Look at that. That's what it looks like when you open it up, but that is adorable. So anyway, I think you get my drift here. Cute little file folders from Manilla file folders. That was what I had in my head that I really wanted to try, that I've never tried, and I don't know why. Here's a couple more that I made this morning. So I've got a few in my stash now, and these will end up in some journals. So cute, and I like these too. So make them however, either or both, all of the above, however you like them, but enjoy whatever you do, and you know, good way to use up your, oh, here's another one. That's the one with the score lines. Use up some scraps, and there you go. I'm going to continue using up some of my scraps that I pulled out here that I showed you. I don't want to keep you any longer because I think that you pretty much know how to make these pretty simple, right? So let me know if I missed anything, and if you have a question, let me know in the comments, and let me know if you're going to make some, or if you you know, have made them before and things like that. And so I'll talk to you in the comments, and stay tuned for my next video, my next project. I think you're going to like it. And my next project after that, I already have planned, so stay tuned. I think you're going to like that one too. So thank you for watching today, and I'll see you in my next video. Have a great day.